organs of your pelvis are your bladder, your vagina, your uterus, your rectum. These are the organs of your pelvis. Now, they are held in place by a number of structures. Now, your pelvic floor underneath these organs, obviously your pelvic floor is very much part of this supportive structure and system, but it's not all there is, because there's also a whole bunch of fascia and muscle systems and ligaments, very important ligaments, holding these organs, suspending these organs, if you like, in your pelvic cavity where they're supposed to be. All right, so there's a whole system there supporting these organs in your body as they're supposed to be in order to be functional. And those muscles and fascia and ligaments, they are joined in some part to the bony structures of your pelvis. So by the bony structures, I mean your coccyx, your tailbone, the ischial tuberosities, your sit bones, your pubis at the front. So there's bones within your pelvis, and then there's a whole bunch of ligaments and muscles and fascia systems all working, including your pelvic floor, to hold those organs where they're supposed to be. A pelvic organ prolapse is when one or more of those organs is no longer being supported. Okay, so the support structures have in some way been compromised, and something is descending to where it shouldn't be from where it should be. That is a pelvic organ prolapse. But there are a number of types of prolapse, because the organs within your pelvis can prolapse or fall or be unsupported in various ways. So you may have been told, if you're dealing with any of these, you may recognise some of these terms. So a cystyocele is a bladder prolapse. So what that means is that the bladder, the structure, that organ has prolapsed or fallen into the vaginal wall. All right, so it's kind of bulging into the vaginal wall. There's a rectocele, where the large bowel or the rectum is bulging in towards the vaginal wall. There's a vaginal vault prolapse, which is where literally the vault of the structure of the vaginal canal kind of caves in on itself and starts to descend. There's a uterine prolapse, where the uterus starts to descend into the vaginal canal. And there's an enterocele, where that's more an intestinal prolapse. If you are feeling any kind of pressure, certainly, and pain, definitely, if you're feeling pain, you definitely need to consult with a medical professional on this, and I'll talk about who. Pressure, dragging, fullness. Many women describe the feeling of sitting on a ball, like there's something between your legs, like a tampon is falling out. A tampon may be falling out, so that might be another symptom, which might be an inability to use tampons effectively. Any kind of bulging, and this is both feeling and seeing. So on that note, if you can literally feel, or i.e. with your hand, and or see anything actually protruding, then clearly there is some form of prolapse going on. Some types of incontinence. So, for instance, that feeling that maybe you don't quite empty satisfactorily, that may be urinal or fecal. If you don't quite feel like you've finished, not sort of feeling like you can't quite have a full excavation, if you like. Sex may be painful. Constipation could very well be an issue. But very much probably the most likely feeling that you're going to notice the most is this bulging, dragging pressure.